Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope that everybody has had a good 2022 so far. So today we have a very exciting video. I've been looking forward to this video for like almost 8 months. So finally we're sitting down to try it, and the brand today is called Signature Cosmetics, and it is a proudly South African brand. So it's only sold in South Africa, it's manufactured in South Africa and distributed in South Africa. So there are a couple of other ones that are more on the higher end spectrum of things. I think it's called Red Dot or something like that, but not readily available. But this Signature brand did have a store in my local mall, so I thought I'd go and buy a few products. I did not get a full face. I am missing blush and concealer, but other than that it's almost a full face, and I'm really excited to try this. Please remember to like, subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. So let's just speak a bit about the brand. I don't usually do this, but because it is a unknown brand to me and probably to you, and I'm pretty sure most of my friends and some of my family have walked past the shop in Bayside Mall where I live. So their motto is, beauty isn't about how much you spend, but how confident you feel. So that's a good motto. Their aim is to provide customers with quality products at an unbelievably affordable price, making all categories of high quality beauty accessible to all. So just reading off that, it sounds really amazing. Obviously we don't know the quality of the makeup, and it is only available in South Africa, like I said, but let's see how it performs. So like I said, it is proudly South African, and I really do like the packaging. That's what it looks like. It's pink and black and white, and it looks really pretty. I have read some of the ingredients, and they are on the cheaper side. A lot of it has talc in it, so we'll see how it performs. Yeah, the first item we're going to use is this Prime Perfect, which is a primer with vitamin A and E. And it says, for the ultimate flawless foundation application, Prime Perfect Foundation Primer is a serum applied in a thin layer to the face before applying your foundation. Prime Perfect Foundation Primer smooths, moisturizes and removes all excess facial oils. It also fills in fine lines on your face. This helps with giving your face an even texture before applying foundation. It also helps to extend the wear of foundation and provides a flawless finish, suitable for all skin types. I doubt that it's a serum, to be honest. Like, everybody just throws that word around these days just to make people buy it. The first ingredient on this is silicone, so I don't know any serums that have silicone in it. So I'm just trying to get a pump out, but I have to get the pump to work. Okay, so I've just opened it, and it is just silicone. There's nothing serum about it, so it's very thick, and that's why it's not pumping. So I'm just going to take a little bit, rub it between my fingers, and we're just going to press it in the areas where we struggle with our pores. So I'm just going to press it into the face, because like we know with silicone, it can ball up your foundation, as well as it smells really bad as well. It can ball up your foundation and just make your whole look yucky. So my opinion on this, waste of money. How much was it? Let's check. 85 rand. Definitely a no for me. You don't need silicone. There are better primers like from Essence and Maybelline. I'm an allergic reaction to something again. Next we're going to move into brows. So with brows as well, I did have a look because I unboxed everything just so the video flows a bit better, but this is the box that the brow pencil came in. So judging by this, I couldn't really tell what the product was going to look like. It was on sale for 10 rand, and I'll show you why. It's called the Eyebrow Couture Definer. So this is what it looks like. It looks nice and sleek, but here comes the problem. It is like the thickest crayon ever, which normally is not good for brows. We want something thin and wispy. So I'm just gonna slightly fill the brows, because I did get a tinted brow gel as well. I didn't realize this at the time, but it is black, so I wanted to try some black eyebrow products. So it's also really wobbly, but let's see what we can do. So I'm just gonna do some really fine lines. So my problem is when this point goes down, how do you sharpen it? It's like, it's not gonna sharpen. And I think this style of brow product was probably popular a couple years ago, but not right now, because it just makes your eyebrows look blockish. It isn't too waxy, it's not like really getting caught, and it is doing what it's supposed to do in the sense of depositing color, but it's so thick, like you can't really be very precise and draw actual hair-like strokes because it's so thick. Before we go in with foundation, we'll just use the eyebrow gel because it is tinted. So the eyebrow gel looks like this, and it is the Miss Signature Brow Gel Fiber Brush. So it has little fibers in apparently to like make your eyebrows look more full. So it is also in black. Luckily the formula is very dry. This might be because I haven't used it. This one was 15 rand, which isn't bad, but it was also once again on the sales rack. So as you can see, there are little fibers on it. So let's try this. It's gonna be a mess, I can already tell. It's literally so dry. There's basically no product on the brush, and it's causing like a halo around my brow, but we'll clean that off in a second. Oh god, I knew that was gonna happen. It's always this eye as well. I have a feeling this video is gonna be a proper fail, but don't worry, I'll still put it up so you can see how. I know some people won't post videos when it's a fail, but obviously you want people to know like whether a product is good. Sometimes it's user error and sometimes it's just a shit product, so excuse the language. No, that's a no from me for both brow products. So we're 3 products in and all of it is a no so far. Really shit, like wouldn't recommend. Don't waste your money even if it was 10 or 15 rand. Okay guys, so I just filmed the whole foundation application without pressing record. So first impression or first reaction is now irrelevant because I've just removed everything and then we'll start again. So this is the foundation. It is the Signature Perfect Foundation, Perfect Finish Foundation. It's a light moisturizing foundation which improves the natural looking quality of your skin. So I said this before, but the primer is silicone based and the foundation is water based. First ingredient is water. So the shade I got is toffee. So if you've ever eaten toffee before, is toffee yellow? No, it's not banafi. So anyway, the brush is dirty now because I've already applied. So one side we're going to do with the brush and the other side we're going to apply with the sponge. So I'm just going to do one pump in the hole over there. Let's do this again. It's horrible. I don't know if previously I added too much, which I'm hoping I did. It smells like talc once again. Look how yellow it is. Honestly, look at it compared to my neck. So we're just gonna try and take some of this down the neck. Just gonna take a little bit more. I took a lot more. And I'm just gonna try and see the buildability of the product as well. So we'll just put some. I didn't put much on the forehead. The finish isn't so bad. It has like a luminosity. It's clinging a little bit to my fine hairs on my face, I've noticed, and obviously my congested pores. My larger pores over here don't look too terrible, but I guess that's the silicone underneath. I can feel I'm probably gonna react to this makeup. Like it just feels a little bit itchy on my skin. This is 75 rand, by the way, which isn't too bad, but I guess if you just got the right shade, it might work. I don't know, maybe we'll be able to fix it with some bronzer, but I don't think so. Next we're going to go on the other side with a sponge, and like I said, I already did a whole application without push and play, so I'm just going to do one pop. This sponge is from Juno & Co. It's like a velvet sponge, really like it for powders usually, but I thought I'd try it with some foundation today. So I just put one pump on here, and we're just going to distribute it. As you can see there, the foundation does oxidize, so you're gonna have to go a shade lighter. So for our application with the sponge, I actually feel like this time it looks better. I normally prefer a brush, but this just I guess because it doesn't cling on to, oh, how do you say it? It just distributes the color a little bit better than the brush. The brush is very intense. And I'm just gonna go over everything with a sponge now. I look ridiculous. I do kind of like the finish. It makes your skin look kind of plastic. So yeah, I know you're not supposed to match your color by your hand, you're supposed to match it by your neck, but like you can see there, I have nothing. So it's a bit very yellow, look like a banana. I'm just obsessed with pushing this into my skin. It is actually pretty itchy as well, especially over there where I was having a little reaction. Generally it's a bit itchy. Hopefully that goes away. I've had foundations do that before and then not actually had a reaction, so let's just hide the rest of my skin. Yeah, so this is what it currently looks like. I'm just gonna apply some mascara, and I'm going to use the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. And we'll just skip through this. Okay, so this is concealer done. Again, the foundation gives like a plastic look. I don't know if you can see it or if it's just me and the lights, but it's really reflective. Moving on swiftly, we're gonna move on to translucent powder. This was also on sale for 45 Rand, and it is a pressed powder, translucent beige, the shade. It actually says that it's made in I just saw now, in Johannesburg in Edenvale, so interesting. So I'm just going to take my sponge and dip it into this. My sponge is wet, so it pulled up the product quite a bit. So I'm just picking up some of that product and I'll push it out in. It is very powdery. Look how much I just like swirled it once. So I'm just going to tap that out. So this I'm just going to, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. So just tapping out my creases, I'm just going to push that under the eye. And I'll do the same, just with the same. I'm just going to pick some off the back of my hand. And we'll start pushing that into the skin. I don't know if it's the sponge application or if it's the actual powder, but it looks really, really good on my pore areas, which is right over here. It looks amazing there actually, but then I'm noticing that the foundation is breaking up on my chin. Sexy, but so in all honesty, although this is basically just talcum powder, but it does look really, really nice under the eyes and on my pores. It's just my chin that's for some reason looking really, really cakey. First product that I actually like, the foundation, like I said, I'm not sure about it. It looked like plastic on my skin, but now that it's been powdered down, it looks a lot better, but the shade is still completely wrong. But other than that, it's okay. So next we're going to move on to, look, it's dirty now because I just spilled the other powder everywhere. We're going to move into a bronzer, and I'm not sure if it is a bronzer. It doesn't say that it's a bronzer. It just says pressed powder dark fudge. So it could be a setting powder, it could be a finishing powder, but we're going to use it as a bronzer. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if the color's pulling correctly. These both do have a mirror inside as well, just a little mirror, which is really helpful. So I'm assuming this is going to pull either pretty red or pretty orange, telling from the foundation. So I'm just going to lightly dust my brush into it, and we're just going to bronze up the face with this. Okay, so it's actually not that bad at all. Again, smells like talc, even though it says it has perfume in it, but it's really smoothing. which is strange, but it's really smoothing like that translucent powder was. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be a finishing powder, but we're using it as a bronzer today. Okay, so this bronzer I really do enjoy. Buildable, the color's really pretty. I'm assuming it's a finishing powder for like a darker skinned person, but as a bronzer it looks phenomenal. It's just like evened out and smoothed my skin so much over there. I don't know if you can see, but it's really smooth. This one was a bit more expensive. Yeah, this one was 89 Rand. Say the translucent one was on sale, but this was 89 Rand, which is still on the more expensive side, but it's still cheaper than Essence. So yeah, definitely would recommend this. Really nice. So next we're gonna move on to the eyes. So for eye primer, I got this Eye Perfect eyeshadow primer. It looks skin color, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be silicone based because it is obviously on the cheaper side, and I don't think South Africa has the same technology when it comes to makeup just yet. So I'm just going to put some on the eye. It's cool that it's tinted as well, so I'm just going to blend this. Actually, it doesn't actually feel very silicone-y. It feels more like a lightweight concealer. First impressions on the eye primer, I actually like it. So that's not bad. Really like that actually. Not bad. This video is getting better. So for the palette, I got this exotic nude palette. They had like, I think 3 palettes. This is the most expensive item I did buy. It was 105 Rand, but it does have 14 different shades. No shade names, nothing on the back. It just looks like that. The packaging is kind of cheap, but this is magnetic, which is quite cool. Has a mirror inside that says exotic nudes, and then a brush, which is weird because they have like a angled detailer brush and then a flat brush. Strange. And that is the color palette. It's really pretty. It isn't really nudes, I wouldn't say, but it's more like a pinky nude. I don't know what's exotic about it, but there's a pressed glitter there, and then there's 2 marbled, 3 marbled, 4 marbled. So yeah, not too bad. I guess we're gonna do like a plummy purpley look. First we need to set the eye base down so we get like a nice movement, and I'm gonna go in with this pinky color over here called Robe on just a very fluffy brush. As always, I'm just going to do one eye on camera and then one off, but I'm just going to run this all across our lid. Then I'm going to take a slightly smaller fluffy brush, as always. I think we're going to dip into this purple color over here, and it's called Plum. And this we're going to pack on the outer corner over here. And then once there's a little bit less on the brush, I'm going to start sweeping that inward towards the inner third of the eye. So far, I haven't really blended much, but the color payoff is quite nice. Then I'm going to take a very small fluffy brush, like the smallest one I have, and we're gonna buff out the edges of this with this pink next to the plum over here, and it is called Teaser. And this I'm gonna run around along the top of this color. Again, the colors are way too close together to be able to differentiate, so I need to go slightly lighter. So I think I'm going to go in with this one called Classified over here, this lighter pink, because that pink and the purple are literally almost the same. So I'm just going to run it around like that. Okay, so far I've noticed that the colors actually disappear. Like, you can't even see that I've done 3 colors over there, just they all look the same, even though, as you can see, that's supposed to be like a purple, pink, and very light pink, but on the eye they come out all the same. So blendability of the palette is not good. Not good at all. It's not too patchy, but all the colors just blend into one. Yeah, don't like that. So I'm quickly gonna cut the crease off camera, and we'll come back and apply some shimmers, and hopefully we have some luck. So let's grab a flat shader brush, and I think we're gonna go in to try and do the bronzers. I'm gonna go in with Allure and then Desire over there, and then I think we might try some of the pressed glitter. Let's see. It's quite nice, so let's try that. So the darker one is Aloe, so I'm gonna pick up some of that, coming off on the brush nicely, so that's good. And we're just going to pat that on the eye. Oh, it's actually a really nice color. It's like a pinky reflective bronze. Then I'm going to flip my brush on the other side and we're going to go in with Desire over there. Again, it's picking up really nicely, and that we're going to place in the inner third. So it's got like more of a gold color. I don't know if you can even see the difference between them because the gradient is quite nice, but it's more of like a goldy shade. I don't know how we're gonna do the glitter, but I'm thinking to just like put it in the middle. So I'm just gonna take some on my finger and I'm just going to just pop some on my eye. I don't really like glitters, as I said before. It's kind of covered the bronze up and I'm bummed I did that, but we had to try it, so yeah. And then I think for just something tiny bit different, we're going to take this color over here called Fancy, and we're going to place that on the inner corner. It's like got bits of silver and pink in it. I'm blind, so that's why I have to look so freaking close to the mirror. Final verdict on the palette: I really do enjoy the shimmers, but I didn't really enjoy the mattes. They all look very similar. I'll try something different next time. So would I recommend? I think you can get better palettes, to be honest, where everything is working. I think some glitter got in my eye and it feels quite irritated. Moving on swiftly, we have mascara. So I just thought this looked interesting, but they were both on the sales rack. So I have a clear mascara, which I've never used. This was 25 Rand, and it's supposed to be a lash lengthening mascara in clear. And then I got a brown mascara, and this was also 25 Rand, and it says brown. So it's also lengthening, and like everything's rubbed off. Probably a mistake for buying that, but I myself took all the tape off and stuff. It was taped closed, so I'm hoping that they were honest. Let's test this out. Just going to coat my lashes in this first. It didn't curl my lashes either, so I'm not sure how a clear mascara is supposed to be lengthening. Usually lengthening mascara will like pile on top of the product. Oops, I think they overshot the mark over here, and it's not lengthening at all. I would call it more of like a lash primer. I think that's what they were going for. This is before, this is after. It has slightly lifted my lashes, but hasn't lengthened them. So next we'll go in with the brown mascara. It's quite dry. We're just going to put this over the top before the other one dries. And it's also, like I said, supposed to be lengthening. I don't feel like it's depositing any product on my eye, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it's not terrible, but it's a very dry and you need to hold it up. But you can clearly see the difference between my lashes on this eye and my lashes on this eye. So it's done something, but it's definitely not amazing. And I think for 50 Rand you could definitely get like a Maybelline one or a Essence Lash Princess. I'm just gonna jump off camera, complete the other eye, and then we'll come back, and I think we have like 2 or 3 more products left. I really wanted to make this video bragging about like our South African makeup, but they are still new at this, and I guess it is a learning curve. Anyway, moving on. Next we have highlighter. So we have the Miss Signature Glow Illuminating Baked Powder, and this too was on sale. So it was 35 Rand. I kept the box because I thought it looked really nice. The application says for best results, apply powder with a sponge onto skin or over foundation and blend as desired. So I'm not sure if they realize this is a highlighting powder, but I'm not sure if anybody ever has applied a highlighter with a foam sponge, especially like, I don't know, it feels really cheap, like silicone-y. Anyway, it has a mirror underneath, which is great. So highlighter, using my highlighter brush, and we'll place this where we usually place our highlighter. Ooh, so that's the highlighter. It actually looks really nice, and again, it smells like talc. I think a lot of the products are talc based. So yeah, really like that. And for 35 Rand, I think that's worth it. I don't know how much it is full price, to be honest with you, but that's really good for 35 Rand. So for blush, I'm just going to use my my Milani one as usual. I've been saying this a lot in my videos, I've noticed, is this calling the setting powder setting spray, but as you can see I've used it. So when I was away on the boat, I hadn't taken one with me, I completely forgot, and obviously being in lockdown 24/7, I had to break into this because I had packed it with me. So it's not the best setting spray I've ever tried, to be honest. It's got alcohol in it and you can smell it and you can feel it on your skin. It has like a stingy sensation, but anyway, let's just let that dry down for a couple of seconds. And as you can see, it's very, very splotchy, so you have to take your sponge again and just bounce it on the face just to get rid of all those splotch marks. All in all, I do think the skin looks really good. So I'm just going to line my lips and then we will apply the lipstick. So the lipstick I got is just Miss Signature Matte Stick and the shade is Fuchsia. Looks purple to me. I thought fuchsia was pink, but anyway. And my lips are very dry and this lipstick is literally like a crayon. It's so waxy. It honestly doesn't move. How much was the lipstick? 14 rand, I can tell why. So I'm just gonna try and manipulate it a bit with my finger. My lips look an odd shape because the lipstick was so hard to work with. I have it everywhere. It literally is so hard and is like a crayon. I guess this is old, it must be. This is our finished look. Okay guys, so that is all the products that we have. I did have a makeup brush. It's just a pointed makeup brush that I completely forgot about. Like I said, I did want to like brag about South African makeup, like that we can do it too, but we aren't quite there yet in all honesty. Okay, so I really did like the highlighter, the powder, the translucent powder and the bronzer. They were really, really smoothing and easy to work with, so I'd really recommend them. They're inexpensive and work. Okay, the eyeshadow and the foundation I'm really undecided about. The rest of the products, to say it politely, I hate it. The lipstick is absolutely horrible, 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 horrible. Doesn't make my teeth look white, but the texture is like wax, like it's like you're putting pomade on your lips. It's disgusting. The eyeshadow primer was alright, but yeah, that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, go have a look at the store. I'm sure regulations have slightly changed now where you can try the foundation. But anyway, I thought I'd just try something proudly South African so I can represent, but epic fail so far. I will retry the products again, maybe do a future video and give it a second chance. Some of them, definitely not the lipstick. That's enough of a rant for me. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who subscribed. I am slowly climbing, but very slowly. But yeah, slow growth is real growth, I guess. I don't want to do sub for sub like people do, because people subscribe to your channel for like 2 days and then unsubscribe, and it's stupid. But anyway, that's it from me. Hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you next week. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.